Hey everyone, how's it going? It's munclesonkey here. So, welcome to the next episode of the Boss Drop-A-Thon. And kind of as I said in the last episode, I was going to do some glaciers. I'm sorry I kind of spoiled that. But anyway, I decided that I actually got a couple of complaints saying the intro was kind of boring. So what I decided to do is instead of doing an intro in game, what I'm going to do from now on is just go straight into the clips. And of course, before I actually go into what drops I got, I am going to show some clips of just like how I kill Glaciors. So me personally, when going at max speed, it took me a little while to get used to the dual wield. It is about the same speed as the Staff of Light, but I'm cheap and you save runes and you don't use a degrade cost with the dual Abbey Wand and Orb, so that's what I decided to do. But it is about the same speed if you don't have lag, because there are certain ticks that you can hit to like time your abilities really well, with the, what do you call it, the concentrated blast, so you can do slightly better DPS with it. So anyway, I was doing that and trying my best, but I was experiencing some lag. And also the glaciers have these really annoying freezes that they always tend to use. As soon as like the minions pop out, they'll freeze you, which stops you from attacking. Like just after you use concentrated blast, and then you get frozen, your ability gets canceled, and that's really annoying. But that's just what happens sometimes. So I won't try to spoil it too much, but I did get a few drops. Of course, if you're in my friends chat at the time, you'll know what drops I got because everyone in there was saying grats. So thank you guys a lot for that. But yeah, I did get 3 boot drops, which is about average. The drop rate for boots is roughly 1 in 350. So if you do have average luck, you can expect about 3 boot drops per Glacier. And since, you know, the boot drops are all the same rarity, typically I would say you can expect about 1 of each boot per Glacier. Of course, sometimes people get like 1 boot drop per 1,000 Glaciers killed, and sometimes people get like 10 boot drops. Well, I don't think 10 boot drops is very common, but I do know someone who has had that many. But anyway, the point is, regardless, sometimes you can get lucky or not, but overall you should expect about 3 boot drops per Glacier. And I personally was getting about I'm maxing at about 108 kills per hour, which is pretty good, considering I'm only using level 75 weapons. So with Virtus Wand and Orb, I'd be able to get even faster. And of course, if I was using Ancient Magic, it would be even faster still. But the problem is the Ancient Magics are a little bit trickier. This is easier, especially when you're experiencing some lag and stuff like that, so it's a lot easier just to do it this way, and that's why I didn't mess with the ancient magics. But yeah, this is the way I enjoy killing them. And by the way, this is all on my last trip, so I had 14 shards left to go on this last trip, and I was just really hoping for something, one final boot before I finished up my staff. And well, what do you know, the clip is slowed down. That must be for a reason. There must be something extremely special about to happen, and oh, it's Ragefire boots. Okay, we'll take them. You know, it's better than no boots. They are the worst boots, but oh well. It's a lot better than not having boots, because my staff before this, I did not have any boots. So I definitely know how that feels. But anyway, that was my first pair. Well, not my first pair, but one of my pairs of Ragefire boots. So anyway, I got some others as well, which I'll throw in as still screenshots here. Okay, and I apologize that I did not record my other boot drops, and the reason for that is because, well, I usually typically play in a different screen size than I record in, and when I got both these boots, I was just kind of excited, and I wanted to pick up the boot, and I didn't really want to, you know, change my entire screen, because it takes a few seconds to do that, and you have to, like, wait till you're out of combat and all. But I did get 2 other Ragefire boots, so I got 3 Ragefire boots, this staff, no other boots, it was just the Ragefires. I mean, they're not bad. I think they're about 6.6 mil each, and also dropping, but oh well. And what could this be? It's another slowed down, not sped up clip. What could it possibly be? Well, it's not going to be a boot drop. I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but remember, as I said, this was my last trip, and I needed 14 shards. There was my 14th shard, so that is the last shard that I needed, and my Armadillo Battle Staff was completed, and I was so happy to be done with Glaciers. Not because I hate them, but I was just getting tired of them. And this is also my 11th Armadillo Battle Staff I've made, so I've done way too much Glaciers. But yeah, here I am in the GE making the Armadillo Battle Staff, so that is my 11th staff. That's kind of crazy to think about it. I've killed at least 11,000 Glaciers, possibly more. That is a lot of Glaciers, I must admit. So altogether, that loot in my inventory turned out to be 32 mil, and I had some rune items, so and other stuff that just went into my Slayer tab and stacked with drops I already had. So it all added up to be about 38 mil. 38 mil in 10 hours is 3.8 mil an hour. Not great, but it's decent. And again, here's the boss sheet. So as I said, I like to bring this back in each episode. And as you see, I did not have the Glacier yet, and that's because I figured out how to do something kind of cool. As soon as this happens, I didn't realize I made this clip so long. I do apologize about that, but I figured out how to like make it transition so it goes from the boss sheet from last week and then transitions into the boss sheet for next week. Oh, there we go. So you see, folks, that's the magic of digital editing. Pretty cool, huh? But anyway, those are the bosses that we have done. We still have to do Tormented Demons, Harekin, the Fight Kiln, every single one of the God Wars bosses. It's really depressing. I don't like God Wars. I won't spoil it for you. But anyway, I'll probably do one of the God Wars bosses for next week because, let's just be honest, I really don't like God Wars. I have this affinity against it. I think that's what the word affinity means. But anyway, yeah, I'll try to man up and get one of them done for next week and hopefully get a drop from them pretty soon. And we are here in my player-owned port for the price check. The reason why we're here is so no one can stalk me. Actually, I was just doing a Queen Black Dragon run because I have the best Slayer task in the game. 57 more Black Dragons to go, so I'm pretty happy about that. I really like QBD. But anyway, these are all the drops that I've had during the series. Again, remember, we're only counting actual drops from the bosses, so even if we get a drop that doesn't count, for example, on my Dagonoth King's trip, I got a Sears Ring, which isn't worth 2 mil, so it doesn't count for the series technically to finish off Dagonoth Kings, even though the hatchets do. We still count it towards the series. And also, I showed some Calfight King drops that I got, some splits. I'm not counting those because I already had Calfight King done a couple episodes ago before I got the splits, so I can't really count those towards the series. However, this hatchet I can because I got them both on the same trip. So, you know, if you get them both on the same trip, it's still in the series. In my opinion, that's just how I feel about it. If you know, it's not that important. I would have like another 30 mil in here with those Calfight King splits. But anyway, that was a question that someone raised up during the comments, so I wanted to answer it. So we got the Armadillo Battle Staff, which has crashed so hard, as well as the Ragefire Boots. Those were like 17 mil not very long ago. 17.4 mil from the Torvid Gloves and also the Offhand Dragor Mace, and 2 Dragon Hatchets during one Dagonoth King's trip, and 1 Sears Ring as well. So altogether, all told, we are at 58 mil. So, of course, for those of you that don't know, I did lose 241 mil at the start of this series, so I'm kind of hoping that this series can at least make my money back. But we are, you know, a little over almost a fourth of the way there to making back the money that I have already lost during this series. So, anyway, we'll try our best to do that. I'm going to head back to QBD and see if I can't pick up myself up some nice Lantidime drops and some more royal pieces. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Link to the playlist is on the screen somewhere. Thank you. And I will see you guys next episode, which should be out in a few days with hopefully a Saradomin drop, because that's my least favorite God Wars boss, and I want to get her done first.